Get in. Get me out. And then get across. So I'll see you guys when I'm over. Oh, I can see something large that I could stand on down here. What on earth is that? Initially looks like a tree that's been hollowed out, but it's actually an octopus. Let's test this branch here. Oh! Someone there. Get me up here. Into these trees. There's a cliff up there. Oh no. Hi everyone and welcome back to Northeast Nature Walks, straight line mission across South Tyneside. This is episode 3. Hope you've enjoyed the journey so far. It certainly wasn't easy. Last episode that you watched had some major obstacles. Obviously had to recover from the dog daycare centre. From where we were, there's 2.4 kilometres if you're going in a straight line remaining. The actual distance this did end up me taking is 4.2 kilometres. You can see there I had to do a massive detour around the A19. The biggest deviation last episode was the dog daycare unit, and it was 112 metres unfortunately, which means no medal. The medals have been failed. This is the first time I've ever done something like this, so I'm just going to take that in my stride, take it on the chin, whatever you want to call it, and the new mission is now to reach the end by any means necessary. If I do other walks in the future, I'll try and not deviate as much, but let's see how we'll get on with the new mission in mind. We'll go straight over to episode 3. Thanks for watching. Where's my line? More this way. Oh, wish I could take this fleece off. Bang on line again. I better not be having to climb a cliff. I didn't sign up for that. Yeah, there's a cliff the whole way along. Shit. It's like over 100 foot high. Right, now. Aha. Hold up. This is why you do your preparation. Should have looked at the topographic map. I did briefly. But like I say, I'm no expert. But we actually have a lot of room on this line. We're actually quite far to the right of it, and I think, oh no, close but no cigar. Unless there's a way. No. I'm gonna have to look for an alternative route round. Even if I get up there, let's have a look. No. Just seeing if it was looking big from down there, but it's big. Unfortunately, we're going to have to skirt around this as well. How much deviation it's going to be, I don't know. Did not know it was here, guys and girls. The world looks small when you're looking at it from above. Yeah, look at that cliff. Damn it. Kind of within 100 metres still, if there's a way around. It looks to be getting quite short, the cliff, in height. Alright, it's a big scramble, but let's tighten everything up. It looks doable. Gloves on. I'll just get prepared and then I'll come back. Right, we're ready to get up here now. Did have to hide for a couple of minutes there because the man that I seen walking around his property was actually walking around and up here, so I had to go get down in the bush. But he's gone now, and I heard a door shut, car door shut. So, mission now, scramble up here and get back on the line. Just going to double check if there's a better way here. Okay, here we go. Doesn't look it on the video probably, but this is quite steep. A little bit dangerous, I would say. Just go on all fours and go up a tree root. On the way. No, I should have went that way, so falling down the cliff because it's yes, I've just slid down. So the floor's crumbly. Yep, I can't grab onto that because it's not. Let's try this again. So slippery. Pardon my language, I'll beep it out. Everything's crumbling away up here. Now, one more bit to get through. Up through here, and then we should see some freedom. And the problem is, nothing to grab other than spikes. Up we go. Made it. Holy hell. I said stopped. I've lost my route. Oh, no I haven't, it's okay. Oh, that was hell. But I climbed the cliff. Believe it or not, but my socks are still wet. And my boots. I need to make it back to the line. Oh, it's that way. There's the sea. And there's also a power grid coming up, so I know where I am. Okay. I'll get back to the line and meet back up with you soon. As you can see here, perfectly on the route again, approaching another hedgerow. I'm never going to say it should be straightforward again, like ever. Again, be very careful with footing. Oh, look at all this sticky stuff. There's a van parked straight ahead of me as well. Oh, this is a thick field. Almost up to my knees. Oh, right, we're passing. You can see the sea in the distance, by the way. Passing this power grid through the trees and hedges across the road, and then we'll be back into some more fields, approaching the golf course, which is something I've been very worried about. I'm just going to walk straight through. There should be some trees to hide behind, so yeah, catch back up again. Right, we've made it past the little power grid. Tell you what, this field was so long I was having to lift my legs up like was marching like a soldier, and it's very tiring. I think that was the most tiring thing I've done so far, even more tiring than the cliff that I went up. This looks like a little bit of a mess. A little bit to the left and we're online. Through the trees we go. Should be straightforward. And we're crossing over and going straight through the next field. Waist deep in the big muddy and big falls has to push on. Very high, but we've made it through another field. There's a golf course on the right, which I'm going to have to walk through without getting hit. I can see a lot of people playing golf. Which means I might get accosted. Hopefully not. I'm wearing army pants. I'll just put my head up and get straight across. Someone's watching me, but there's Clean Water Tower over there. My finish line in the distance in the water. It's not much further to go. We're past halfway, possibly. To be honest, I didn't really think I would make it this far. I thought I'd hit some crazy hurdle that I couldn't get over at the beginning. I think I've done quite well for being not prepared at all. There's some golfers approaching exactly where I'm going. I think luckily though, because of the area that we're in the northeast, people tend to just mind their own business. And if they see someone somewhere, they probably just assume that they're supposed to be there. But again, this will be famous last words. Oh, God. I'm alarmingly close to these golfers though, and I think I'm quite open. We'll see. Not much of a stretch to get through, but I might have to put. Right, so I'll just pause it here while I put my top on. Forgot to press record, but I'm in head height nettles here. Trying to find a way through. Holy moly, they're so big. I'm out and I'm through, and then I'm just going to walk straight through as if I'm supposed to be here. Just walked straight through. People teeing off. I have to climb a fence now. There's 10,000 steps. There's a tree there, so I'll just cross where the tree is. Just so I don't annoy anybody or harm anybody. Well, that's quite straightforward. They just said, "Are you alright?" I said good morning or good afternoon, because I don't know which one it is at this point. But yes, goodbye golf club. It's a tick on one of the things I was worried about. Looking suspicious of getting kicked off. But to be fair, I do look like I'm just doing a mad hike or military training or... yeah. I do believe we're going to just skirt that forest. It's a bit annoying because I accidentally knocked my watch off when I was climbing up that the cliff back there. Hang on, I'll just switch you around onto me gimbal so I can speak to you properly. 2 seconds. There we go, that's better. So, what was I saying? I was saying something, wasn't I? I've enjoyed this so far. I think I'm making quite good time. I think I'm a bit fitter than what I thought. Although me and Mrs. Nature walks do 10k walks at a fast pace all the time. So do the little ones as well. So yeah, really enjoying this. Let's see what else I've got to face. I'm still worried about the academy training grounds because who knows how I'm going to do that. I do believe they've got massive cages around them, so it's either climb or deviate, but we'll see when we get there. I'm going to keep you out on this for a little while we're walking. Just double check the line. A little bit to the left actually, but we'll walk through this and then get back to it. If I was experienced at this and I was more prepared, I would be a real stickler for that 25-metre rule. I've been such a beginner and never doing anything like this before. Just kind of want to make it to the end at this point. I've been at this for a few hours now and it is tiring. But it's also really fun. So I'm about to arrive at this gigantic, well I say it's not gigantic, it's gigantic compared to what I've done already. And again, just talking and getting carried away and naturally following the straight line of a field can get you to start deviating quite far without even realising. I wonder how many times I've said deviate on this walk so far. It's a nice little patch of rain coming, so that should be a little bit refreshing. I am slightly concerned about the watch dying as well. I should have brought the cable out because my power bank has a USB port, but fingers crossed it's okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's going to be annoying with those two. I'm going to have two separate like route lines when I'm editing the video because it knocked off on that cliff. Again, just things you don't think about until they happen. I'm actually going to skirt there around the edge of this patch of woods, which is good. Anyway, I'll whip you back on the chest mount and yeah, see what the next surprise is. Back at the next little hurdle. I can see a little gap there. It's a school off to the left in the distance. That is one thing I definitely wanted to avoid. Really doesn't look good trying to cross close to the schools. By the way, the only reason I'm able to do this at the minute is because I'm in between jobs waiting on a enhanced DBS coming back to be a support worker for under 65s with health problems, disabilities. Yeah, and it's at the police check stage, which I know takes anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks at the moment. So I'm trying to just make some use of my time. And this might not seem useful, this path's perfect. But it's very useful for me. I like to challenge myself sometimes. Now again, I am going to have to try and at least stick to the line a bit, even though I know I've already gone it. I can't just take the easy option. I have to go straight for these thick hedges here. Now again, this is crossing somebody's property, or at least around the back of it. It looks quite empty on Google Maps, but as for everything that I've looked at so far, nothing's been exactly what it seems. So I can see a high-ish fence. If it's somebody's actual garden and not just a field attached to the property, then I will be going that way around. But hey ho, you never know. I stink off that bog water I fell in at the beginning of the mission. I can't wait to get to the sea. Right, this is a lot higher than what it looks and very brambly. What's it like underneath? Ah, there's a fence slap bang through the middle of it with barbed wire, so yeah. Okay. Round we'll go. Hiya. All right. And it's actually some sort of dog walking path. Now this is deviating, so I am going to have to get back to the left after I've passed this person further down. I'll take these gloves off because I do look a bit dodgy. Yes, it is somebody's garden there. And yes, there's people sunbathing in there, so it's a no-go. So I'll wait until I get to the boundary and cross over. I'm relatively close to the line still, so it should be okay. Oh, I'll just drop this camera down so that I can say hello to this gentleman. Hello, doggy.
Hello. You alright?
Alright. I'm absolutely paggered.
Yeah. How far have you been?
I'm doing I've managed to try and cook up the idea of walking in a straight line across South Tyneside. So I started south of Felon Bypass, and I don't know if I'm even halfway yet.
Have you managed these fields? Like, have you?
Oh, they're horrendous.
Yeah.
I'm cut to bits. Trying not to deviate off the line.
The farmers are.
Yeah.
Cut through the bridle path, but
I can't go like 25 metres either side of my line that I've plotted. Like,
alright.
that's my line there.
All
obviously
right.
going that way, so
Yeah.
I can go slightly off. And obviously the A19, I had to go around it because it'd be daft to cross that.
So where do you live? Alright.
So I dropped my car off down at Whitburn Beach.
Alright.
My partner dropped us off up there, down underneath Follinsby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I've just been,
Alright.
I fell in a river thing that I didn't know was there.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm a soaking wet and stinking. Walked across the golf course.
Yeah, some of the farmers' fields are a bit.
Yeah.
They haven't all got paths like.
No, they haven't. Some of them are up here as well.
Yeah.
And then I encountered a cliff out of nowhere behind someone's property.
Alright.
I had no idea it was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only other thing.
Not too bad here, because
No.
you can get like Harley Small.
Yep.
You can get onto if you go. So you'll see when you get onto Sunderland Road.
Yeah.
It goes up a bit, but there's a little path. You'll see a house, but just before that, there's a path
Okay.
that goes under the rail bridge.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing that I had to do when I was making my line. I had to make it so it was next to a foot crossing. So there is a foot crossing on my line,
Yeah, so
which is straight that way
you
somewhere.
can either go through the village, but if you wanted to get onto, if you want to go straight, like past where the dog track is.
That's where my line goes across.
All right. Well,
yeah.
where the dog track is, right, and you'll see the garage. You go a bit further up, then there's a left turn before you'll see a house. But before that, there's a left turn, and that takes you under the rail.
Okay.
And where it comes out is more lane.
Right.
So you can either turn left or right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You go straight across there. You cross the other Shields Road.
Yep.
And that takes you. There's a path there that brings you out, like where the Sunderland training ground is.
That's another thing I have to get past.
Yeah.
But my line goes straight through it.
Right, but you can. There is like a walk, like a nature bit,
Like adjacent to it.
next to it, and you go around that. It brings you out onto the other part of Moor Lane,
Yep.
which takes you straight to Whitburn.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know the players won't be there, so
well, it's barrier. You can't actually get onto Sunderland training ground.
yeah.
But the bit next to it is like a nature thing for walkers. So you can go around that. It's a bit of a 90-degree turn, but it'll take you onto Moor Lane, going to Whitburn.
Yeah.
And then once you're at Whitburn, that's it. Like so.
Well, all I'm doing is I'm just following this line straight.
Oh,
I should
yeah.
be in there, but there's someone's property there, so
Yeah, so you
I'll
can't-
get back
yeah.
there, probably here.
But there's definitely paths that take you under the rail,
Yeah.
and then and once you're there, you'll see like you'll see your route, like.
Right.
So.
Well, if you want to see how I got
done,
on, I'm putting it on YouTube, and the channel's just Northeast Nature Walks, all one word.
All right.
Because I do like 1 hour nature walks where I record all the
Aye.
like rivers and stuff. So yeah.
Well done, mate.
Nice to meet you, mate.
All right.
Take care. That dog was probably wondering what that absolutely disgusting scent is on my legs. That was a nice chap. Did give me some handy advice, but I kind of just have to follow my line, which I'm not sure if he quite grasped that it is just straight on that line. Alright, we're deviating too much, so I'm going to have to see what on earth's through here. I can hear chickens, I can see lots of weirdness, fences. Let's just go for it. I think it's somebody's allotments and sheds. Whether or not I can get through that, I do not know. I have to go around again, but that's a hell of a deviation. Deviation. Ooh. Can't go. No, hang on. Barbed wire. Kind of stuck again. I cannot get through that. Tons of barbed wire, and then people's sheds. Find another route again. Trouble is, I can't see through there. Damn it, my line's paused again. That's what happens when you have long sleeves on. I am still within 100 metres though. I think I'll have to take the hit on things like that. Please don't veer off right, please come back in. Okay. Could be okay. One thing I am thinking about more and more is getting these boots and socks off, but I didn't bring any other shoes with me. I put everything I needed. Everything was perfect. Apart from the fact I decided to put my boots on instead of wearing my normal shoes and changing into them. What do we have here? Somebody's farm, possibly. There's a lovely way across to the right there, but I need to get back on track. Beware of the dog. Ah, this is the little creepy thing that I found. Ugh. Very Chainsaw Massacre, Wickermanish. That over there is what I'm going through. Some sort of old complex. But let's get back to the line here. Whew.